God love him.
You got to.
Hey.
How you doing, Mr. Weldon?
Good. How are you, sir?
Doing all right.
Okay, welcome everyone.
Great.
All right, before we get started, I'd like to read our Title VI and ADA compliance memo. As a recipient of federal funds and in support of Lawrenceburg's efforts to ensure non-discrimination and equal access to all citizens, the city gathers statistical data regarding participants in city activities.
Got two of them.
Therefore, we have provided a voluntary Title VI public involvement survey at this meeting. You are not required to complete this survey. The form is anonymous and will be solely used for the purpose of monitoring our compliance with Title VI and ADA. The survey is in the back corner on the wall there if you so choose to fill one out, but don't have to feel obligated. Okay, first meeting I'd like to call to order tonight is City of Lawrenceburg Board of Works for May 2nd, 2022. Roll call, please.
All right. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
We got City Attorney Dale Weldon.
Here.
We got President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements. I don't have anything for this particular. Yes, sir.
I do.
Yes.
I want to thank everyone for the community picnic, for one.
Oh, yeah.
What a great turnout,
Good weather.
especially those that donated their time because they were busy,
Yes, they were.
and the city workers. And also the city workers for their job yesterday with the car show. 2 good weekends there.
2 back-to-back weekends.
So I would
Absolutely,
like
Tommy.
to pass on my appreciation to all of them.
Well, and I want to add a little bit. I appreciate you guys coming out to these events because it means a lot to the people when they see you too.
Yep.
So I appreciate that.
It's welcoming.
You will. Okay, I thought maybe Mr. Lawrence would be here tonight. He thought he might try to stop by. If he does, we'll get him in one of the meetings. Any other announcements?
I have none.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
Mayor, I would entertain a motion to approve them as long as we can change under, it was, hold on just a minute, the riverfront development contracts.
Yes.
Old business. I was the one that questioned city attorney if he had a chance to review them, not Mr. Abbott.
So that would be, instead of Tony, it would be Tom Roulette.
Yes.
All right.
Now, I can give him credit if that need be.
No, don't give him any more credit than he needs. No.
Other than that, I'll make the motion.
Okay, then the motion on the floor is to approve the minutes of April 18, 2022 with the change that under Riverfront Development Contracts, it would read, member Tom Roulette asked if City Attorney Dale Weldon had looked them over.
I'm thinking about it. Second.
You're making a motion, right?
I made the motion, Mayor, yes.
Second, Tommy, or Tony?
Second.
I can't get you guys straight now. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, the only new business item I have for tonight is Mr. Todd, Dowdy Road Stormwater Amendment Number 3.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe in the packet you have the amendment number 3, which is the Dowdy Road Stormwater Improvement. The amendment is including engineering through the construction phase of the project. This was not, and I repeat, not negotiated on the front end. Usually it is. I think this particular case, I think everybody knows Cindy Ford. She retired, so it kind of got dropped in between the cracks. We have no engineering for the review process of all the submittals or oversight or job visits. And what this does is allow that to happen.
Okay. So this is something you have done in the past, it was just
Every
omitted?
every project,
Okay.
every project. But it's usually negotiated on the front end before we engage the work to start. And of course, this is a grant project, so it's even more of a high-vis oversight than our normal projects.
The not-to-exceed amount, I look at this as $38,200.
Correct. And not to be confused, you'll see 3 visits in the back. It's not $38,000 for 3 visits. It includes 3 visits. There's a daily paper chain of all the paperwork, the submittals, time is all included in this also. And I think legal has went through the agreement.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. All right. Any other questions from you gentlemen?
I have none, Mayor.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve amendment number 3. This is for the Dowdy Road stormwater project for an amount from American Structure Point of a not to exceed $38,200.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
I'll second it, Mayor.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion will carry. All right, thank you.
Your Honor, I do have one other thing I'd like to bring from the
Yes.
Board of Works. I don't know if some may have heard, we have some issues at the swimming pool. Of course, we're putting a new liner in it. On checking the piping and plumbing, as the lining folks kind of go through their process, they've come across quite a few leaks at the pool, very sizable leaks. It looks like the pool probably settled over the winter and snapped possibly 100 foot of piping, of the Schedule 80 piping.
Supply or return?
This would be on a return. It's a 4-inch return that goes around the pool itself, then it goes into a 2-inch manifold that goes into the sidewall of the pool. It looks like the east side is settled and snapped some of those fittings. Well, quite a few of the fittings. It will not hold any air at all on the one section. So in saying that, we got American Leak Detection to come in to kind of isolate the area where the leaks were, we thought. They did come up with a schematic and a plan. They gave us pricing on fixing the leaks. Their low side is $40,000, their high side is $85,000. Chester Pools, which is the company that is actually doing the liner itself, they've gave us pricing, which we would assist in their doing the pool, and it is $43,700.
There's no low or high for it, just
Yeah.
Is that because of erosion, you think, just from the water leak eroding some of the
Well,
subgrade?
How old
pool?
is that piping?
most of that's original piping, wouldn't you say, Tony?
Yes, it's all original except for one corner where
We repaired it
But this thing, the pool was pushed up, what, last winter, wasn't it?
2 years ago. It popped, I think,
Yeah.
2000.
Probably,
Yeah.
it probably settled back down. That's probably our problem.
If you look at the pool during usage, you'll see the gutter system, it'll hold water on that northeast corner. That tells us, of course, the pool has gone down. If you go down there and look, you'll actually see on the pavement section, it's down about 3/4 of an inch, the pool itself and the decking. So I'd say it's probably holding water, instead of draining back all the way down the manifold, it's probably holding water at the joints, since it is lower, and probably froze and busted over this past winter.
Is the piping, where is the piping located? Is underneath the
Underneath the
liner?
gutter, underneath the gutter,
Underneath the cement.
yes.
But is it on the walkway? It's not underneath the liner that we're now putting in place, right?
No, it's actually underneath the gutter system and the sidewalk, like Tony's saying.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you would not be digging the pool up?
No.
You'd just be digging the
Concrete,
sidewalk up around it?
correct. Concrete, and also, according to Chester Pool, they probably have to remove some of the gutter system to check where it penetrates through the wall.
Also, if we do this process, is there anything that we can,
And let me
But
say, it's not if we do it. The pool will not open unless this gets done.
yeah, I figured as much. Let me rephrase that. When we do this, is there anything that they can do while they're repacing this pipe to where it never happens again if they're settling that?
We were talking about putting in blow-off systems where we can literally go in there, female, male fittings, add air to it, and induce actually antifreeze for the winter in the lines itself.
That's just to keep it from freezing. This sounds like this settled, right?
Well, I'd say it settled, and then the water could not run out of it.
Oh, I follow.
Before it settled, it was actually pushed up.
Yeah,
The whole pool was pushed up.
Is there any type of rubber bushings that can be on that will give it a little bit of give?
well,
Or can still hold, pressure? Fernco style,
I'd be afraid to put concrete over top of Firmco.
Yeah.
That's the only thing,
I don't know if they made industrial, I mean, we're talking Schedule 80, this is real significant.
Yeah,
thickness
yeah,
of pipe.
it's snapping, as Tony's witnessed in the past, it snaps 10-inch Schedule 80 pipe.
Yes.
Has it got
We
anything,
dug up quite a few of them.
Yeah.
has it got anything to do, Mario, with the water content? Right?
Well, yeah, we've got hydrostatic movement down there. That's like Tony said, when the pool, it literally jumped up probably about 3 or 4 inches.
So is there a way we could put a pipe or something there to ease the water pressure where,
It has,
comes over,
it's designed with release now,
Yeah.
front, back, sides, and, yeah. But when it just overwhelms, that much water overwhelms the surface area as flat as that, there's just, no controlling it. What you do is keep your fingers crossed it just doesn't jump out of the concrete itself.
Yeah.
So in the winter months, we completely drained the pool?
Yes.
Okay. I was thinking we always kept water to keep it from actually.
You'll see water in the bucket, and that's just the same level because it's got hydro stops. It's the same level as what that pond is.
Familiar with what you're talking about. We had them in our tanks at work.
Yeah.
As of right now, Chester Pools thinks that they can get this done and we can still open on time. But, obviously, weather would play a part in that, but as of right now, but we gotta get this approved if we, it's an emergency approval, actually.
I get that, and I'm sure we have the money somewhere,
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah, if we check with
What-
Brittany, she says that she can come up with the money.
You stated 40,000 to 85,000, so.
Well, that was one
We're
contractor.
saying 43.2.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what
So you're
Chester.
at- And I did see where you said that we could assist.
Was that the number, 43.2?
It was, with Chester Pools, 43,700.
700.
Yeah.
And
And with that, like I say, that is including some of our troops down there, removing concrete and pouring back.
And they're the ones who put the pool in, they're the ones putting the liner in now.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. I mean, we've got a good comfort level with, Tony's dealt with them in the past. And I think this is probably the only way we're gonna be able to try to hit that opening date,
And that is the end of May, correct?
Yeah, Memorial Day.
Memorial Weekend.
Day weekend.
Oh,
And just for the record, it's a slim window, but we're gonna try to hit it though.
Well, we won't know for sure for everything, that's until we dig it up
Correct,
and hope it's not worse than what.
correct.
There's-
Yeah, we could be chasing it for a while. It's 100 foot what we're looking at now of removal. And I guess they've done the same thing in Rising Sun the
Money.
last 3 years.
I mean, this is time sensitive, but is it time to, I get, and this is a geological factor of the heaving and, receding, but is this something that we need to look into?
Design change?
Yeah.
Well, the design of it worked just fine for 20 years.
Or replacing the
And
old pipe.
those hydro stops
You know.
worked well.
It's one of those things, Justin, if it's not broke, don't fix it. Well,
Okay.
now you kind of wait till it does break to fix it.
Okay.
Because we could chase pipe all day long, and the next winter, we could lose it. We've had that, Tony, I tell you, we've had that situation happen. We replace, while we're here, let's replace this pipe. 2 years later, that pipe, not because it was the pipe itself, just the movement.
Yep. It's built on top of the lake, that's our problem.
Well, if we can't open, we'll just move the diving boards down into the pond and we'll get some lifeguards down there.
Put the lifeguard chairs up on the wall.
Yeah.
Above ground.
Yeah.
Get an above ground pool.
Couple above-ground pools in, and, yeah. Okay, what I'm hearing then, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve a quote from Chester Pools at $43,700 to replace the 100 foot of piping that we're looking at currently.
Approximately.
Approximately.
Yes.
I'll make that motion.
Second,
Before I second it, is that a pretty firm number and possibly could be even lower?
It could go down.
Okay.
it
Yeah.
could go higher. too.
We won't exceed
That's what
that,
I'm
but,
wondering.
yeah, we won't
Once they
exceed unless we come back to.
Start tearing
get approval.
into it, it could very well be.
Yes.
It could be.
And that's why the other company was high side of 85,000.
Yeah, I see that
Yeah.
with them numbers, yeah. Makes sense now. I'll second it, Mayor.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I don't have any additional new business for this meeting, nor old business unless you guys do.
I have none.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? And before we adjourn this meeting, Logan, if you want to address the room about the car show, that we'll let you do it now. You won't have to stick around if you don't want to.
Yep, so I just want to come here and thank you all again for the support from the city for the car show yesterday. We for sure raised $40,000. I have a couple payments that I got to make. I think it's going to be right around $42,000, but to be safe, I want to say $40,000 right now. 803 registered cars. I know there were a lot of cars that snuck in, but we're gonna have that. And then I wish I knew how many spectators, but I would definitely say thousands. And I can tell you, I've talked to 4 businesses, and they said that they had the most sales they've ever had in a year yesterday. So I just want to thank you again, and if you all would support it, I would love to bring the show back May 7th, 2023.
Nah.
I just want to thank you all again. The city was great. All the city employees, the police department, fire department, everyone did absolutely everything that they did, that they needed to do. Made it a lot easier on me. The only thing is, I'd love to try to get the speaker system fixed for next year.
We're working on that.
That's in the works, so I just want to thank you all again.
Great.
Thank you, Logan.
Absolutely, yeah.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Logan.
pleasure.
Appreciate your show.
Yep.
Okay, I would entertain a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So move.
Second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right, the next meeting I'd like to call to order is the Utility Service Board meeting for May 2nd, 2022. If I could get a roll call, please.
Sure can. Board Member Tony Abbott.
Here.
Board Member Justin Noppert.
Yes, sir.
Board Member Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Board Member Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Board Member Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
We got City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
We got Utility Director Billy Kennett.
Here.
We got President Kelly Milan.
Here.
And myself.
All right. Any announcements, Mr. Kennett?
Yes, sir. I got one announcement. We did have a power blip on Saturday that blinked the lights. It was on the Duke transmission line. We had a bird get into the transmission line. Luckily, the bird freed itself very quickly, and so it just took one hit on the recloser. So it was just a momentary outage. Still causes problems to our industrial customers. You got to reset your clocks when that happens. So it's definitely an issue anytime we have an interruption or a breaker operation with that. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can do on that. You know, just they tell me that style bird is a big bird, it's like a herring, and you know, that's going to happen. There's not a whole lot we can do about that.
I saw a piece on 60 Minutes last night that said birds aren't real. Nobody else saw that?
Big birds are
Go back and watch it. You'll get a kick out of it. Anyway,
That's all I have.
okay. Thank you. All right, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Then we had another meeting on the 7th of April. I'll entertain a motion to approve that. It was a work session.
So move, Mayor.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And then under new business, Director Kennett, it looks like we're at the sale of the crane truck and box trailer.
Yeah, we have old truck that has a crane on it, and the crane is no longer in operation, and it would just cost too much money to fix that. And so we're asking for permission to sell that truck. And then also we have the box trailer, 6-in Walker sub. They use that for the rodeo, and we don't need that. There's no sense in leaving it sitting there, so we're asking for permission to sell that. We would put that on Lutz's auction, both items to sell them.
Is there any other departments you've talked to about the box trailer? Because I mean, that's valuable.
Yeah, we
nice
mentioned
trailer.
both of them. I told them we'd sell it to them for top dollar if anybody wanted it, and we didn't have any takers, so.
We brought it up in our staff meeting a couple different times, and nobody had any use for it.
I might be able to use that over to Clerk Treasurer's office.
You guys are gonna need it if Lee keeps bringing more gifts.
Are you guys gonna start a food truck or what?
Yeah, you never know.
It's a nice trailer. It's a nice box trailer. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about are you going to be coming to us in the near future looking for another crane truck?
No.
It's not something.
It will be down the road, but not for a while.
How far down the road, Bill?
Not on his capital project.
It's not in the 5-year capital.
Okay, all right. So I mean,
Wow.
if it's worth servicing that crane, You know, if we're, instead of buying a brand new crane truck, 2024 model.
I went over and tried to raise it up, and that's why, I'm glad you said it was broke. I just thought I was too big to raise me up.
Now, what they use it for is to, it's a smaller truck, and they can get back into yards to do transformers. But we don't use it that often, and if we have something back in the yard, we'll just go rent a piece of equipment. It'd be a lot cheaper to do that. So right now, we don't, it's a nicety, and the mayor doesn't like niceties, and so we
It's a
didn't.
want, not a
Yeah, I was
need.
gonna say, you mean, not a need, but it was a
Yeah.
want.
A nicety.
So
I
we
like
never-
that. I like that one better.
We-
I was
we-
gonna say, that's a creative.
have to
right
use
there.
that one.
So we didn't even go there on the 5-year plan.
Mr. Kennett, do you know what year that truck is?
I don't, I thought they said it was like 20 years old, but
Okay.
I don't know that.
I think I know which apparatus you're talking about.
It's set out there, outside, like between the electric garage and the fire station. It was sitting out there for a long time. It's not sitting there anymore. I don't know what they did with it.
I think it's over at,
Will that be placed with a reserve on it, Billy, or not? Reserve on the auction site? Do you have a dollar amount in mind, or?
No, and we've had good luck. I mean, this is a great time to sell
Yeah.
a piece of equipment like that, because they're going for top dollar, because people just can't get things like that. We sold those old trucks, and they brought like $4,500
Yeah.
each, and I wouldn't give you 100 for them.
Good, because we've got a leak in our pool just down
Yeah,
the street.
yeah. So we didn't put a reserve on the other ones. We probably won't put a reserve on it, you know, but we seem to be getting good money.
Good.
When they go through auction like that.
How often would you say, Bill, that we use that piece of equipment? I mean, that we would need to rent a piece of equipment like that?
That crane, it hasn't been used in probably 2 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So not very often.
Okay.
Not enough to where we would warrant to say,
Right.
hey, we
Right.
really need to take a look at this.
makes sense.
So I think we'll be okay without it.
Very well. Thanks for the answers.
any other questions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to give Director Kennett the authority to take the crane truck and the box trailer to Lutz's auction barn and do what they do best.
So moved.
Second.
You second it, Justin?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Any other new business, Mr. Kennett?
No, sir.
Old business?
No, sir.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Need a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So move.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. I'd like to call to order the City of Lawrenceburg City Council meeting for May 2nd, 2022. If everyone could rise for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, Mr. Fetty.
Alrighty, we got Councilperson Tony Abbott.
Here.
Councilperson Justin Noppert.
Sir.
Councilperson Tommy Roulette.
Present.
Councilperson Lenny Fryman.
Here.
Councilperson Brett Bondurant.
Yes, sir.
We got City Attorney Del Weldon.
Here.
We got Mayor Kel Milan.
Here.
And myself.
Okay, announcements before we get started. I just, right before the meeting, got a thank you note I just wanted to read. The ASG family, Arch Street Gang Foundation family, would like to take this opportunity to offer our appreciation for your generous assistance during the 2022 Easter egg hunt. Thank you for your support. They had a big crowd down there that morning. I was down there for a couple other reasons, but they had a big crowd, so just wanted to share that with you all. Okay, under announcements, board reports, streets, alleys, and curbs for the downtown area, Mr. Abbott.
I've got one thing.
Yes, sir.
Intersection of Short and Center Street, you know, where it's the brick walks? The brick walkways.
The,
Crosswalk.
the Brass Rabbit.
They're starting to look pretty bad, cracked up and broken.
Talking about right here,
No.
or down,
Yeah.
Short and Center?
Yeah,
Okay.
short and center,
Yeah,
by the old Moon Funeral Home.
okay. Okay,
So if somebody can look at those, see what's gonna cost to,
will do.
that's it.
Okay. Okay, I'm just writing my note on my nice little,
I forgot, we got big post-it notes now,
Yeah.
moving up.
Mr. Roulette, make sure I've got those, so I don't have to tear my page.
Sorry.
Forgot to say something to
Yes.
Mr. Todd, Your Honor, when he was here. Are those temporary speed bumps still in back order?
Yeah, we were able to get one for up on Bel Air, but the ones for over on Cook and on, I think, Mabel Turner alleyway
Yep.
is on back order yet, but they're on order,
Yeah, that's Cook.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And then, we'd already talked about this, the bump outs here at Tate Street. That's in the works, just
Good.
waiting on the timing for the company.
We might need to get bigger boulders to put in place there.
My goodness, yeah, I can't believe it.
I mean, a 5,000-pound boulder, I guess, wasn't enough, so.
No,
It's crazy.
that is crazy.
What are you going,
The parklet at the parklet down here at the Main Street Market, Meat
Yes.
Market.
yes,
Saturday morning about 6:30, a car actually went off the road on Walnut, almost
tracks.
ran into Bussey's woodworking store, overcorrected, and then went back. There's a boulder right there at the corner of, right after you cross railroad tracks at the corner of the Main Street Market. Leapt over top of that boulder and landed on the parklet and busted the whole thing. Umbrellas everywhere.
Full-on Dukes of Hazzard.
is this early morning hours or
6:30.
during the day or?
6:30 a.m.
Wow,
And it moved the boulder and crushed the
did not
sidewalk.
know that.
Just, it was.
Lucky it didn't go into one of those buildings.
Unbelievable, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, that boulder really saved it from probably.
While we're on that subject, does anyone know what happened to the Fox property at
I seen that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
semi hit it. That's all I know.
turning off of 50 and hit that?
That's all I know, but that's, yeah. We figured that was gonna come one day.
Yeah.
So, anyway, yeah, that's the piece behind the boulders, but we're looking for bigger boulders for Walnut Street now, I guess. Or people need just to figure out
The
how to
speed
drive.
limit's
Slow down a little bit.
25.
It's right after a
Slow
stop
down a
sign.
little bit. Oh, they were
Yeah,
pulling it,
that's-
I'm telling you.
he had to be doing pretty good to go. He
Yeah.
probably went airborne.
Yeah.
He did.
Oh, he did.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
humping
he
it
hit the
pretty
boulder and it
fast
shot
there
him in the
now.
air.
Terrible.
That type of morning down Walnut Street. Can
You have
believe
anything
that?
else, Tony, downtown?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay. Streets, alleys, and curbs up on the hill, Mr. Fryman.
We're all good, Mayor.
All right, Finance Department, Mr. Bondurant.
No report, Mayor.
Parks and Playgrounds, Mr. Noppert.
Do we have any update on Arch there on the sod and all that?
Yeah, we're just waiting on the landscaping company.
Okay.
That's it. It's on their list to do. It's gonna get done. It just, we're on everybody's list, I think.
And we are still going to do a couple bump outs for benches right there as well, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the benches. I think there's gonna be 2, maybe 3 additional
Mhm.
benches. Yeah. Those will be the only concrete that'll be used for those slabs. That's what I was told.
Oh, I was wanting to ask it up there on the Ludlow Hill. at the
You
park.
already passed.
I know, but I gotta come back.
I got it in the minutes. He's done.
You can't do that?
He cannot go on.
Go ahead.
But, down at the bottom, have we got,
Yeah.
cameras down there?
Down at the bottom.
Down at where the
You talking about the lower level pond at the
Yeah.
No,
park?
I don't believe so.
Oh, you know, when you come around the curve there, looks like it had to be kids or something, but they looked like they run off the road on the left and got up there and you can see where they back, then they started spinning, and run up through there. And I said something to them about that. Why? Why would you tear up a nice park
You
and do the stuff we're
wonder,
doing?
you wonder why a lot of people do a lot of things, you know?
Well, yeah.
No, I don't believe we got any cameras down there. And, after I had a conversation with Bryson last week about our cameras. I didn't realize it, but I think we got almost a 500,000 cameras in this city.
Doesn't surprise me.
We do, we got 500,000 cameras in town, you're saying? Really? Wow.
Yeah. 500 cameras.
I don't know how dispatch can.
Just 1,000.
Don't
I was
do
gonna
that. That
say,
is
man.
not fair.
500 cameras,
It's still-
510 or something.
That's a lot.
Still amazes me that dispatch can sit there and watch all them cameras.
They can't.
I mean,
The main reason for the cameras, I mean, down there is only for hotspots, but also if we need to pull footage.
you can
up.
go back and look.
Yeah.
If something happens in that area, I get it.
Absolutely.
But they're still,
Yeah.
the monitors are right there. I've been in.
Yeah, and I think they thumb through them, but somebody catching something at the right time, he probably wouldn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes I really
difficult.
think that we do need one down there at that lower pond.
We
I
got
mean, there's a
500
lot of things,
cameras.
I know, well, one more ain't gonna make no difference.
Well, then you're gonna have, he's gonna want a camera somewhere, and he's gonna want a camera somewhere, and he's gonna.
No, well, look how many, how many speed bumps, Tony started that.
Yeah, there we go.
Look how many speed bumps we got.
You've got more on your street alone than the
I
rest of the
know.
city.
I know. You know what, there've been 5 people complain wanting that in there, and then there've been 5 people complain they don't want it in there. So what do? I mean, you just do.
You did what you did.
I did
You
what, the
satisfied
ones that
them.
come in first
You
was the one that got it done.
There you go. First one to speak.
Yeah.
So that is, how many now, Mayor? 1,000 cameras?
No, about 500.
500.
500.
It is 500 cameras.
But Tommy, we want 501.
Do they all work?
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Never really knew that.
That's something that Bryson had worked on for, ever since he's been here, but we started that project
good to know.
prior to that. And, but something that Bryson is doing is, coming up with a system to where if a camera does go offline, we'll know about it before it's too late. Which is great, because years ago, I mean, when we first started this project, I must say we probably had 250 cameras in the city. And 70% of them, or 80% of them weren't even operational.
Obsolete. By the time we got them working, by the
Obsolete,
time we got them working, they were obsolete.
Yeah, so.
But you know,
trying to
really,
stay on top of
they
it.
have been very valuable in the town.
Oh, absolutely.
They've helped
We've got
vandalism and things going
The last 3
on.
or 4 vandalisms over here at our street park were caught by the camera.
Yeah. So, I mean, they're well worth their money.
We also caught some up on Ludlow Hill, with the light poles and
Yeah.
stuff.
Speaking of our street park,
Yeah.
what about that one seat for the teeter-totter? You have any idea when it's gonna be in?
I don't have an update. I don't know. I know Mario went over and looked at it right away on that Monday. I had him caution tape it, but I don't know if it's been fixed or not.
No, it's not fixed.
Okay. He's waiting on cause it sheared the bolts, is what happened.
And the plastic seat, part of the seat's gone. It's
Yeah.
pulled right through the plastic.
They gotta
seats.
get the whole new seat, the
Whole new thing,
seat
yep.
and everything.
We got to figure out some way to expedite this when we have those kind of issues. I mean, they're getting used. I mean, obviously they're getting abused a little bit too, but we still got to find a way to keep those going. It's just terrible to have. We had the merry-go-round that was down too.
Yep.
Well, it'd work fine if you'd
We
stay
can only
off
get
of
it in
them.
as quick as we can get them.
Yeah, I mean, what do we want to do?
I don't think
Start?
there's such a thing as expedited anymore.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody has anything on the shelf.
So are you saying we may want to keep stuff like that in stock or backup?
Well, I mean, some of those extra bolts around, just to,
Bolts
there's
that-
probably some of that.
okay.
I think this one, though, the plastic even busted, so I think it.
Yeah.
the
Gotcha.
whole
I see
seat
what you're saying.
replaced.
Yeah.
But no, I agree with you about like that kind of stuff. But no, you're right. I hate to see it down.
Yeah, I was just wondering, I'm getting questions about it.
Yeah. Of course you do.
I mean, the ropes on the one hanging swing thing, they're tattered. I mean, they need to have more rubber to go higher on the, where they hang on to it. It's just, there's a lot of things that we expect a little bit more longevity out of.
That's why I brought it
Seems
up
like-
about the warranty at the last time meeting when we talked
Yeah.
about that.
And that-
If there
yeah.
was any warranty.
Well,
That kind of stuff is wear and tear, though. It's not.
More so than, yeah,
Yeah.
I get it.
if the adults would stay off them, they'd last longer.
I just said Justin
not
needs
just
to stay off
kids.
there.
Well, I mean, there's half the kids are bigger than I am, though. Seriously.
Good point. That's a good point. But that's the update I got. I guess I'm sorry, I don't have an update. I mean, I don't have a date. How's that?
That's all I have for parks, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Fire Department, Mr. Rolette.
Is Mr. Fryman finished with any questions?
I'm all good, sir, thank you.
I have nothing to report, Mayor.
Okay, thanks. I have no other announcements for this meeting. Although, I mean, just what Tommy had mentioned in the Board of Works meeting, I mean, the last couple weekends have been phenomenal here with the activities. As everybody knows, June 9th, I believe, is the first Music on the River, whatever that Thursday is. I think it's June 9th. So, okay, I entertain a motion to approve the minutes of the previous meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And also, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes of April the 7th.
So move, Mayor.
That's work session. Second?
Yeah, second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. New business, Mr. Gailey. And guests.
Mayor, council members, thank you. We just wanted to stop each one of us, the superintendents from each of the 3 county school corporations, as well as principal from St. Lawrence. We wanted to stop and individually say thank you for your continued support of the schools within the county. So we wanted to thank you for your continued support and the funding within the budget. Answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you.
Typically,
well,
For what you all do.
yeah,
I
Mr.
got
Gibb,
one.
Typically, is there specific line items that this funding goes toward for the schools? That
So it's going to vary. Each superintendent can kind of address those. So for example, Lawrenceburg, we'll use it for various things. We'll use it to continue our alternative education Play-Doh, which is kind of our online portal. And then we will continue to use it for our alternative classroom, which we actually all 3 partner together to share in cost of an alternative placement. It's called ACDC, our alternative classroom for Dearborn County. Rising Sun also participates in that. So that's for students that if they were to be suspended, they actually come here versus be suspended out of school. They can keep their schoolwork up, get credit for it, attendance counts.
And all of those ACDC students, do they come to Central? Is that right?
Behind the middle school at our transportation facility, we've got a large classroom there.
So that's for all the counties around?
Yes,
Okay.
for all 3 county school corporations, middle school, high schools, and then Rising Sun as well.
Okay.
I have one question. In this report here, it said St. Lawrence was asking for 5,000 more. Are we doing that, or instead of 15, they wanted 20?
Yeah, we could put that in there, but that's to an increase of our student population mostly coming from Aurora. So I wasn't aware of the thing, so after talking to that, we are fine with the 15,000.
Yeah, I think
Or
you
you can
guys,
ask Aurora for 5,000 of their money.
There you go.
That was just our recommendation, was to stay the same, just because we thought the students were coming outside of this area and not within, so that's why under the 3 county school corporation superintendents requested that this funding stay the same.
And those were also the numbers that you guys, when you approved
Correct.
the budget, those
Right,
are the
right.
numbers in the budget. So
So
if you wanted to change them, then, you would have.
well,
Be an
my suggestion
appropriation,
is if Aurora usually give that money to the parochial school, and now they're coming to Lawrenceburg, wouldn't it just make sense for Aurora to give that extra
I don't know
5?
that Aurora did.
I don't think Aurora, you don't support St. Mary's, do you, in that way? Same way? Okay.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Yeah.
We're fine, so that was that issue.
But St. Mary's is coming this fall to St. Lawrence, right? Is that accurate?
We are getting 90% of their students that were eligible
Yeah.
to come up, counting the 8th graders, obviously.
Okay.
Are coming up.
They still feed into Mr. Lowe's, your South Dearborn schools, the 8th graders that would come out of St. Mary's? Cool. Cool.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm Andrew Jackson, Superintendent of Summon Dearborn. I want to thank the town council as well for the support. For our money, we pass along to the parents with our own endowment money and subsidize the book bills. So when we come to school, back to school in August, they all pay $25 for the book bills, and it could be as much as $300-400 for a high school student. So it's a nice cost savings we pass along to our parents. So thank you.
That's great.
You're welcome.
Hi, Eric Lowe's, Superintendent of South Dearborn Community School Corporation. Again, just like to thank you for your consideration. We use the funds to help with a variety of partnerships we have throughout the school district. Our partnership with ROD, which is a special education cooperative, we use those funds to assist with that. The partnership that we have with the Career Center, that also goes to help subsidize some of the funding there. And then we also utilize the funds for professional development throughout the district, planned periodically with our teaching staff. So again, great use of funds, but I thank you again for your consideration.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, I'm Rob Detz. I'm the principal at St. Lawrence School, and our money from these funds goes to our non-religious textbooks. I'm sure you all know that the cost of textbooks with the prices and the way they go up is astronomical, and this money just goes a long way. So thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. We appreciate y'all coming and
Yes, we do.
and acknowledging.
Very much.
We really do. Thank you. Okay, I got a couple things under new business, guys. Just want to make you aware of. This happens every year, but St. Lawrence is going to have field day on May 23rd. I was asked they'd be able to use Todd Creech Fields again like they normally do, and I just told them that I would bring it up as information for this group. And then also I was approached a couple weeks ago, someone wanting to have a wedding at Newtown Park. What I explained to them was that we don't reserve our parks, so it's first come, first serve. I'm sure they'll be fine having that done, but we can't do anything else for that, and they were perfectly fine with it. They just want to know that they were going to have some activity in the park, and I didn't think that would be a problem. They just can't reserve it.
Are they able to partition it at all? I mean, from other people just kind of flowing through the park while their wedding party's going on? Or
Well, Newtown don't have to worry about it near as much as a Pacific Park.
right, right.
But I don't know. That's
Yeah. I mean, are we okay if they did? I mean, I'm just.
yeah. I don't have a problem with them doing whatever they want to do there. I mean, I just told them that we couldn't reserve it, but if they get there and want to reserve it, that's yeah. I agree.
I mean, I just somebody shows up with a bucket of chicken right in the middle of their reception.
I
Right,
hear
you
you.
guys. Hey, there's wine. You're just like,
Get the macaroni and cheese over on this line.
yeah.
No, I agree with you. So I just want to make you aware. I think they're looking at July 23rd in case you guys seen something. But
Yeah, I think it'd be a nice little location for
yeah,
a wedding.
it
Really.
just got brought up to me. A lot of times we don't get asked. People just do it, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, our office over there, we get quite a few calls on, different ones, usually like Arch Street or the park up on the hill. Said, hey, can we reserve the pavilion and different things? I just said, yeah, it's just first come, first serve. So it's, we don't rent those out.
We'd have to keep a full-time person just doing rentals for those things as much as they get used. I mean, especially those shelters and stuff.
I mean, just
Seemed
out
like
there at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Resort.
Yeah. But it's good. I'm glad they're used, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I don't have any other new business. Anybody got any old business here? Council?
I have none, Mayor.
Nothing.
If not, I'll entertain comments from the audience. Yes, Scott?
You go ahead. Go ahead. No, ladies first. Oh,
What
I
a
just
joke.
wanted to mention, I saw on Facebook a couple of different
It's
people
got to be true.
asking about water being turned off at the dog park. I don't have a pet, so I don't know.
I
but
thought that
wanted to
was-
Call Justin.
We've had some water that hadn't been turned on yet
Oh, okay.
from the winter.
Okay, I didn't know what that was. I didn't know if something was
But I don't know
broken,
that it
and
was
I
the
thought I'd
dog
just
park, but-
mention it. And then I just wanted to thank the council for their donation to Tri-Kappa. We held our bingo Thursday night, and we had a record profit of over $6,400, which will go to scholarships at the Lawrenceburg schools.
My wife didn't want a thing.
I know.
Yeah, but I had to put up with it when she got home.
Did she tell fibs like you with the cameras?
No,
Okay, then.
no, she
That was Lenny's fault.
I just exaggerated a little. Yes, you did. You had me going.
Yeah. All right,
I
Scott.
fell for it.
I know.
I'm Scott with Hammerlink, and I just got to tell you, I saw all the guys from the city doing so much work with this car show, and it was great. And I also got woken up by that accident. I thought the truck from the city had dumped all these metal poles or something. I heard it crash, and my wife said, look outside. But anyway, that was something else. Bottom line, though, is that we, as Hammerlink, and I can't speak for other people, but it is and has been the best day for sales that we have all year, period. And it's big, it's huge.
Good deal. Good deal.
Good.
And I had a gentleman, I have to share this because she's our age, who came in and told me that he comes from, I don't know, Kentucky or someplace. And he said, I get excited to come to your store to look at all these cars and buy some as I do the cars. So I was really happy.
Oh, that was nice.
But anyway, we thank you. I mean, big time, man. It's
Good
Thank you as
stuff.
well.
Logan's something else, isn't he?
Yes, he
It really
is.
is.
Thank you.
Scott, thanks for sharing that. That's, I wondered how the local impact was gonna be with the brick and mortars as opposed, I mean, cause I think most of the pull-up food truck vendors ran out of food because the lines were nonstop the whole time. I mean,
It was nonstop.
That's a great problem to have.
Absolutely.
Do that every weekend.
And all the restaurants were full.
Yeah, that's, yeah.
Nonstop. So,
Until next year, we got a couple more open and some more
Yes.
brick and mortar stores open, so it's gonna be good.
Absolutely.
Keep growing.
Did you see that antique, event they had over at the,
Yeah, that was packed.
that was
packed.
packed.
This was
That's
a big
unbelievable.
weekend for the city of Lawrenceburg.
Yes, it was.
Very big.
Well, there must not have been nobody in Kentucky and Ohio, because they was all over here hanging
I don't
around.
know if you noticed too that Megan they had some test and tune over at the Speedway, the motorcycle Speedway on Sunday night.
Yep.
So I stopped down and talked to her. She's looking at doing, was it 15 or 17 events? I mean, it's a pretty packed schedule with some fairly large ones in the mix. So
Yeah, they're wanting to try to make a difference over there.
yeah,
If they do well.
I do too.
Any other comments from the audience? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve the claims.
So moved.
Who got that?
First, second?
Second.
Tony? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
I always like to adjourn this thing, get it over with.
Motion carries. Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Other than them
Thanks, you guys.